Welcome to Fun with Function Tables. In this presentation today, you will be working on patterns. There will be input and output tables. You will need to decide what the pattern is, as well as what some missing numbers are. Each slide has some physical activity to keep you up and engaged. Let's get started. Look at this input and output table. Determine what rule is being used. Your choices are A, B, C, or D at the bottom of the screen. Each is associated with an exercise. Once you take the time to figure out the rule, do the exercise that goes along with it. Pause the video, figure out your answer, and when you're ready, hit play to see if you are correct. The answer was B. You should have done 10 jumping jacks. Adding 2 to all of the input numbers will give you your output. Determine what rule the function machine is using. The choices are below. Pause the video and take some time. Do the exercise associated with what you think the correct answer is, and then hit play to see if you are correct. The answer was A, subtract 3, and you should have done 10 arm circles. Using the input and subtracting 3 will give you the output. Determine what rule the function machine is using. Your choices are below. Take a minute, pause the video, figure out your answer, do the exercise associated with your answer choice, and then hit play to see if you are correct. The correct answer was C, multiply by 2, and you should have done 10 scissor kicks. If you multiply all of the input by 2, you will receive the output. Determine what rule the function machine is using. The choices are below. Pause the video, figure out what you think the answer is, do the exercise that goes with it, and then hit play to see if you are correct. The answer was B, 10, and you should have done 10 jumping jacks. Using the input and adding 10 will give you the output. Let's change it up a bit. Look at this table and determine the number that correctly fills the blank in the function machine. Take a minute to look at your answer choices, pause the video, choose an answer, do the exercise, and then hit play to find out if you are correct. If you came up with 12, that was the correct output, and you should have done 10 jumping jacks. The rule for this machine was subtracting 2. 14 minus 2 gives you 12. Determine the numbers that correctly fill the blank in the function machine. Look at the input and output. Pause the video, choose one of the answers below, do the exercise, and when you're ready, hit play to see if you are correct. The answer to this machine was D, 50 and 63, and you should have done 10 squats. The rule was to add 3. Taking 47 in the input and adding 3 would give you 50 in the output. Using 60 in the input and adding 3 would give you 63 for the output. Determine the number that correctly fills the blank in the function machine. Look at the input and the output. Look at the answers below. Pause the video, figure it out, do your exercise, and then hit play to see if you chose the correct answer. After looking at the inputs and outputs, you should have come up with D, 50, and you should have done 10 squats. Looking at the inputs, if you subtract 10 from each input, you will get your output. Determine the number that correctly fills the blank in the function machine. The choices are below. Pause the video, look at your input and output, do the exercise that goes with your choice, and when you're ready, hit play to see if you are correct. The correct answer was C. The output that's missing is 25, and you should have done 10 scissor kicks. Multiplying by 5 and all your inputs will give you your output. Determine the numbers that correctly fill the blank in the function machine below. Look at the input, look at the output. The choices are at the bottom. Pause the video, figure out the answer, do your exercise, and then hit play to see if you are correct. The answer was B. You should have done 10 jumping jacks for 38 and 4 as the output. The rule is to subtract 1. If you take 1 away from 39, the output would be 38. If you take 1 away from 5, the output would be 4. Thank you for participating in Fun with Function Tables. This was an opportunity for you to get up and move while still participating in your math lesson. Have a fantastic day.